There are many legends when it comes to video games. For example, they say that Atari buried their surplus ET cartridges in a landfill somewhere out west. Which is true, by the way. They made a whole documentary about it. Check it out, it's on Netflix. Anyways, it makes one wonder what other kind of cursed games could be buried. For all we know, there could be one buried in our own backyard. Alrighty, just gotta pop this bad boy in. Hope it doesn't curse me. Oh? Okay, the game's not working. Well, it just goes to show that cartridges aren't the only kind of games that need a little elbow grease to work, if you know what I mean. Alrighty, let's try this again. Crap. That's it. That's all I had. That was it. Nothing else. I was banking on whatever the hell I found. And it didn't work. Thinking with that game. Why bother with discovering some most likely cursed item when you can just go to a museum and enjoy stuff discovered by someone else / probably not cursed? What I'm getting at is Midway started its game off with a pyramid as a framing device for its games, whereas Namco used a museum for its framing device. It was gonna be this elaborate thing, but whatever. Real quick shout out to the PlayStation 1 version of this game where you could actually walk around a Namco Museum. I owned it at one point when I was little and I have no idea what happened to it. So we're just going to talk about the GameCube version. Quick history for those not in the know, Namco makes games, and back before they became Namco Bandai, they made arcade games. Along with some other titles. Anyways, this version of Namco Museum contains some of their biggest hits. You got your Pac-Mans, your Galagas, Dig Dug, Miss Pac-Man, Pole Position 1 and 2, and lastly, the off-brand Galaga. All these games are super easy to explain in case you're not in the know. Pac-Man, eat pellets, avoid ghosts. Miss Pac-Man, exact same, only with prettier artwork. Galaga, not Galaga, shoot bug aliens in space. Pole Position, drive a car, win race. And lastly, Dig Dug. Walk around underground and literally blow whatever you find up with so much air they burst. Now, I wouldn't be talking about this title if that's all the game offered. Luckily, Namco also included updated versions of these titles. Except for you, Pole Position and off-brand Galaga. You weren't cool enough or whatever. All of these updated versions even come with, you guessed it, co-op, so once again my sister and I have teamed up to take on these challenges. All three of these updated versions also include new graphics along with new power-ups. Pac-Man has the most changes with new power-ups along with ghost fusions. What's neat is that these fusions give the ghost different abilities as well to watch out for. My only gripe with this version is the pellets being so small and the backgrounds being so busy. It makes them really hard to see sometimes. The new Galaga is pretty much the same, only with 2 new potential upgrades, and it being so much harder! I mean, seriously, look at all the crap thrown at you! The biggest saving grace of all 3 games is unlimited continues. The only punishment for dying is losing your points after all, which I am perfectly fine with. Seriously, this version of Galaga would be impossible without these infinite continues. I dare you to try and beat them without continuing. Probably someone has. And probably I didn't care to look it up, so probably I don't really need to know. I've saved the best for last, or at least it is the best to Dig Dug fans. This game follows the same kind of pattern as the last 2. Power-ups, infinite continues, some new enemies. However, the other 2 titles did not allow for friendly fire. Dig Dug, where only the toughest survive. Seriously, you can stun your ally with blasters and kill them with some of your items. Heck, you can even blow up your friend. And what's worse is that the game rewards you for doing so. Luckily, my sister's got my back, and aside from some accidental shots, I'm sure she'd never... Why? This is the only title that straight up puts you on opposing sides. It can be infuriating depending on who you play with, but I really enjoyed it. Mainly because my sister usually doesn't do that. Why would you do that? What is wrong with you? Yeah, I love all the updated versions of these classics. I've played these games a million times over the years. I haven't played any newer versions of the Namco classics, so I don't know if there's a better version out there, but these are still my favorite to play. While they are a lot more fun with a friend, you can actually enjoy these games by yourself as well. It's about time I said that about a game, huh? Anyway, short review is short. Play this game if you get the opportunity, and I will see you just in time for Halloween. Until next time! Hey everybody, thanks for watching my video. Genuinely, this was going to be a video on the Midway Arcade Classic, whatever they called it. It worked before. I don't know why it suddenly stopped working. So, I mean, if it ever starts working again, I'll probably come back to it and review it, because it has a lot more material. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video anyways, and I am planning on having a video out in time for Halloween. With all the Halloween-y goodness, I'm going to be playing a game that scared me as a child. Take what you will from that, that's your hint. Yep, that's about it. You can subscribe, like, follow me on Tumblr, Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, tell me how to do a Twitter. I tweet very rarely. But I got a Twitter. In the meantime, you can check out my video on top 10 video game intros. Yep, I got that one done recently. I'm quite proud of how that came out. You can also check out my quick draw on Luigi's Mansion. I'm going to have a link for the version with commentary. If you don't want commentary, you can find it on that video. How to not watch it with commentary. But why would you do that? Isn't my voice so interesting? Don't you want to listen to it forever? Yeah, that's all you're getting. Anyways, have a good one. Until next time. All three of these updated versions also include new graphics and bad line reads. Someone's gonna be like, well, no shit, it didn't work.
Is that it?
Okay, riveting.